You want to see me, Mrs. Davidson?
Yes, I was wondering whether the name Ralph Campbell was familiar to you.
Ralph Campbell. Oh, yes, I know that bludger, no two ways about it. Ralph Campbell is the meanest, lowest, filthiest, perverted bludger that ever...
All right. It's just that he wanted to see you.
Where is he? If I see him, I'll kick him fair in the...
Birdsworth!
I ain't going to see that mongrel, and that's final.
All right, Lizzie, if you do not wish to go to see him, I will not force you.
Ralph Campbell, huh? I wouldn't put him out if he was on fire. Go? Do you mean go outside? Oh, Ralph. Oh, yes. I thought you said Frank. Frank Campbell. Ralph. Oh, Ralph's not a bad old stick.
Thank you, Lizzie. That will be all.
Oh, but how am I going to get to see me old mate, Mrs. Davidson?
Well, due to the fact that you obviously hate the man, and as he is not family, I see no reason to discuss the matter any further.
But I thought you said Frank, honestly. Fair dinkum, Mrs. Davidson.
Come on, Birdsworth.
But no. I had the chance to get out for the day and I buggered it.
You what?
Oh, you don't know the bloke.
I don't know what you're on about.
Ralph Campbell, that's what.
Lizzie, who is Ralph Campbell?
The lowest, filthiest, stinkingest... Oh, forget it.
Detective Sergeant Little wants to speak to you.
Oh, Copper, why I ain't done...
So you stirred the poison into the gravy, but you didn't mean to kill the shearers.
That's right.
We must have the truth, Mrs. Birdsworth. Well, I'm glad you understand. Now, you were on an 8-week contract, correct?
That's right.
And what about the shearers?
We was all the same. Union rules.
And you were due to be paid?
The contract was nearly finished.
Have you any idea how much money was owing to you and the shearers?
Why don't you go and lie down? You'll feel better.
Yeah. I don't reckon I could stomach the laundry.
Mrs. Jackson, could you come to the governor's office at 10?
Yes, of course.
What's all that about? Funny, isn't it, Mrs. Jackson? We don't know anything at all, do we?
Well, what do you mean?
Take me, for instance. I've been in here for nearly 20 years. And just when I think I'm getting out and starting a new life, what happens? They dig up a new crime to pin on me.
You don't know that's what it is.
Oh, yes, I do. First of all, I'm a murderer. And just when I finish paying for that, they think I can cop something more on me. A thief. A common thief. Oh, I don't mind so much. It's just that I think it's only fair they should tell me what they're going to pin on me.
You'll find out soon enough.
Soon enough's not soon enough. It's the waiting I can't stand. Do you think you could find out and put me out of my misery?
Well, I'll do the best I can. In the meantime, you sure you'll be all right?
Mm.
You feeling crook now?
Nothing a quack could fix.
Those cops give you a going over, did they?
They won't be happy till they put me in the waxworks next to that Dr. Crippen and put up a sign and sell tickets.
Now, what are you talking about?
I don't know. They're trying to fix some new evidence about some missing money.
Now, what evidence?
I don't know. But they're trying to fix something on me. Plain as the nose on your face. Making out I done away with the whole bloody sheep station. Sheep, dogs, everything.
Do you remember that fellow named Ralph Campbell?
Yeah, the cops were asking me about him too, the bludger.
What the police didn't tell you is that he recently made a dying deposition to them.
A dying what?
A confession.
Oh, he's dead, is he?
Yes. What he had to say may come as a shock to you, but the police are satisfied that he was telling the truth. When they spoke to you, they weren't sure. That's why they couldn't tell you anything.
What'd he say?
He said he poisoned the shearers, not you.
What?
In his confession, he said he was in debt through gambling. And at the end of the shearing season, he realized he wouldn't have enough money to pay everyone and settle his debts. You provided him, unwittingly, with a solution.
How?
Well, he was passing by the cookhouse and overheard you talking to yourself, saying that you were going to teach the men a lesson for complaining about your cooking. And he saw you put a small dose of rat poison into the stew pot. Just enough to make the men sick.
That's what I thought, anyway.
After you left, he increased the poison to a lethal dose, thus ridding himself of his creditors.
He did it.
Yes.
Ralph Campbell.
Yes.
And he let me sitting here all these years.
Lizzie, you will be compensated for that time, but I realize nothing the government can do will ever replace those years.
I can get out?
Yes, of course.
I'm innocent.
Well, Lizzie, you'll probably be out of here by tomorrow afternoon. Have you thought about where you're going to stay? And do you have any relatives?
Got some kids somewhere, but I haven't seen him in years. I wouldn't even know where to look for him.
What about friends?
Only Dor.
Oh, yes, Angela Jeffries phoned me yesterday. There is a room for you at the halfway house if you want it.
With Dor?
Yeah, you'd like to live with Dor, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Do you reckon I could write her a letter and tell her to meet me when I get out?
Yeah, you do that and give it to me. Quicker than the post, and by then we'll know exactly what time you're getting out.
Mrs. Jackson, Mr. Reed says I'm getting out tomorrow. Would you give him this? It's for Dor, telling her to meet me tomorrow. I'm going to live with her.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, we're giving you a farewell party, Lizzie.
Oh, great! And you'll keep in touch too, won't you, Miss Bennett?
You've got some guests arriving, Birdsworth.
Yeah. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, Lil.
That leaves her plenty of room.
You've been a good mate, Bea.
What do you mean, Bean? Forgetting me already, your bag?
I'll never forget you. Never.
Come on, Lizzie.
I'll never forget any of you. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the party. Bye, Mrs. Jackson. Bye.
Remember to take your pills. Hey! Don't forget to take your pills. No. Oh, never mind. Okay. How's she gonna manage the room?
She not Dorian.
Those two together. Oh, this is most of it making up their beds now.
Sign here.
Goodbye and good luck, Lizzie.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson.
Are you sure you're going to be all right?
Yeah. It's been a pleasure knowing you, Mrs. Davidson.
The pleasure's all mine, Lizzie.
And Mr. Reed reckons I'll get me pension straight away and me compensation a bit later on. I'll be set up for life with all that lovely lolly.
That'll last you about 2 weeks if I know you.
That's where you're wrong, Miss Bennett. I'm not going to spend it all on booze. I'm going to put it in the bank or one of them building societies. You get better interest from them.
Well, I'll believe that when I see it.
Where's Dor? Miss Bennett, Dora's not here.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Let you back inside again?
Oh, Miss Bennett, where's Doreen?
She'll be here. She probably just missed the bus.
Do you reckon?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably just missed the bus.
Hello, Lizzie. Doreen not arrived yet.
Where is she, Mrs. Davidson?
Oh, she's probably having trouble getting here.
I'll give her trouble. What if she isn't? What if she don't want to see me?
Of course she wants to see you.
She didn't answer me letter. What if she don't? I got nobody else.
You know what Doreen's like. She's probably mixed up the time. Look, why don't you come with me to the halfway house? I'm going that way.
What if she met some nice people and they didn't want to know about this?
We can find that out at the halfway house, can't we?
I'd much rather go back inside, Mrs. Davidson. Please.
Now, you know that's not possible. Come on, Lizzie. The taxi's coming.
No, there's nobody home.
Yes?
I'm Erica Davidson.
Mrs. Davidson from Wentworth. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Rhonda's the name, Rhonda West.
How do you do? This is Lizzie Birdsworth. She's just been released from Wentworth. I believe you're expecting her.
No, we weren't. But I'm sure we can organise something.
Lizzie is a very close friend of Doreen Anderson.
Yes, I know. I've heard her talk of you lots of times, but she didn't mention anything about today.
I wrote Dora a letter telling her I was getting out today.
Look, you better come inside. Doreen's just home from work. Visitors, Doreen?
Oh, Lizzie! Lizzie, what are you doing here? Oh, geez, it's good to see you.
Why didn't you meet me?
What are you talking about?
I wrote you a letter. I was waiting.
But I didn't get any letter. I didn't get any letter, did I, Rhonda? Oh, geez, Lizzie. Were you waiting outside the gates all that time and I never turned up?
Well, if you didn't know anything about it, it's not your fault, Doreen.
It's that Paul Reed, that social worker. It's his fault.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't deliver the letter. I gave it to him and he said he was going to deliver it yesterday. Personal.
He didn't. I was here all day.
I'll speak to him, find out what happened.
He didn't deliver the letter. That's what bloody happened.
Shush yourself. You're making more noise than I am. Now, just a minute.
You remember that brew we made at the cooking class?
And the screws didn't have a clue.
Oh, that was a good brew, that was. You know what I used to think? I used to look out through them bars and I used to think, I'll never get out to see a pub again.
Well, you sure made up for it tonight, Lizzie.
Strange how things change in 20 years. All that foreign plonk in the bottle shop. We wouldn't have touched that nowadays.
But it's not foreign, it's made in Australia.
Get away.
True, and some of it's pretty good too. You ought to try it.
I will.
What are you doing,
Go!
Lizzie?
You frightened the life out of me.
You were told not to touch that. Rhonda told you, didn't she?
Why has Rhonda got a knife into me? I'm only a harmless old woman.
She hasn't got a knife into you. It's the same for everybody. There's no drinking on the premises. It's the rule.
She's got a stone where her heart ought to be.
Yeah, well, if you don't stop doing it, I'm going to have to tell her.
What? Are you a lagger now?
It's not lagging.
Could you get that, Doreen?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Rhonda.
Where have you been, Lizzie?
I just doing a bit of shopping. I came in the back way so I wouldn't disturb you.
What did you buy?
Just bits and pieces. How'd you like a cuppa? Put your feet up and I'll bring you one.
What's in the bag?
Don't you trust me?
Frankly, no.
Oh, Rhonda.
Lizzie, I warned you. We have rules here.
You think I don't know that? Look, this is for cooking. See? Show you. Cooking with wine. I was thinking about what you said to me yesterday, and I reckon you was right. I can't afford to take Dora out to one of them expensive restaurants, so I'm gonna cook a real slap-up dinner for yous all tonight.
All right, Lizzie. You can spend the afternoon cooking. And when you've finished, I'm going to lock up whatever wine's left over. And there'd better be some.
Well, that's just what I was gonna suggest.
And while we're on the subject, what happened to the bottle of sherry I put in that cupboard?
Oh, there was hardly any left. I heard Dora say something about throwing it out, probably in the dustbin.
Empty, of course.
Well, Dora wouldn't have drunk it. She probably dipped it down the sink.
It wasn't Doreen I was thinking about. Well, if you're going to have that dinner ready, you'd better get on with it.
Yeah, I can hardly wait to get stuck into it. The cooking, I mean. You just wait. Yeah, and you can't have a celebration without grog.
And you can't have a halfway house without rules. We make the rules, Lizzie, no one else. Like it or not, we've got to keep up appearances.
Well, you're just a wet blanket.
Look, you want to keep the house running, don't you? Don't want to give anyone cause to complain about us?
Rhonda's right, Lizzie.
But who'd know?
Look, anyone could walk in. Miss Jeffries, Mrs. Davidson. What did we do then?
Give him a glass of grog.
Lizzie, can you do me a favour?
Of course. What is it?
Well, could you phone in work tomorrow and tell them I'm sick? Say you're my auntie.
Phone? Oh, God, it's a long time since I've used one of those. No worries, love. It's as good as done.
Oh, thanks, Lizzie. But just remember, they think my name's Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie Ray. I'll remember.
Maynard Electronics.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Could I have the personnel department, please?
Maynard Electronics, can I help you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. What mungle contraption? Hello. Bloody thing's not working. Done all me dough, too.
Oh, don't worry, dear. There's one in the pub. We'll have to use that.
Oh, what a nuisance. What pub?
One on the corner, in the lounge bar.
Oh, thanks. Women didn't go into pubs, at least without a fella.
Sounds like a good idea.
It wasn't considered nice, you see. Ladies didn't drink. Oh, lucky I'm not a lady. Hey, give us another one, mate. It's all this women's lip, you know. Burn the bra and all that. Silly idea. You only have to go out and buy another one. Are you going to be much longer, love? I'm waiting to use that. Some women never stop talking, you know.
Ain't that the truth?
All yours, dear.
Bloody time, too. It's been over an hour.
This is a telecom recording. The number you have dialed is no longer connected. Please check the current metropolitan directory.
There isn't here, love. I can't
This
see
is a
it.
telecom recording.
Yeah, I heard ya.
Is no longer connected. Please check the current
I
metropolitan
told you it's not...
directory.
Oh,
This is a telecom recording. Good afternoon, Maynard Electronics. Can I help you?
Give me the personal department.
Well, I'm sorry. Who did you wish to speak to?
Oh, I don't know, secretary or somebody.
Who?
Personal.
Well, I'm sorry. Personal calls aren't allowed. Can I take a message?
Doreen's sick. She can't come in.
Who?
Doreen Anderson.
There's no one here by that name.
She's my niece. I'm her auntie. She's sick.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'll pass the message on.
She's got pleurisy, she has. Hey, you! What you got to eat?
Oh, did your phone work for me?
Yeah, spoke to the personal secretary.
Oh, was it all right?
Of course.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm supposed to be Debbie Ray, remember?
Oh, Dora, I'm sorry.
Well, sorry won't get my job back.
I wouldn't do that to you for all the world.
Yeah, well, I suppose you'd had a few.
Just a couple.
Well, you're a rotten old wino and I'll never be friends with you again.
Oh, Dora! G'day, Mr. Fletcher.
Hello, Lizzie. How are you?
Pissed off.
Only me, girls.
Hello, love. Finished for the day, have you?
Had it for the day, more likely. Honestly, I am so tired. Now they've given me 3 floors to clean.
Oh, God, that's a bit rough. Why don't you tell him to shove it?
Don't tempt me, Lizzie. Trouble is, jobs are too darn hard to come by. Oh, I tried to have a word with the boss about getting Doreen, but he's a cagey old boy. And what are they doing there? Oh, Lizzie, have you been at it again?
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? 2 empty glasses on the table and Lizzie's been on the booze again. Don't suppose it'd be possible that I could have dried the dishes or something.
Well, you forgot to dry that.
God, you're getting worse than Vera Bennett. Oh, no, Rhonda, I know what you said before, but this is something special for me to celebrate with me old mate Dora.
You know the rules. If you want to celebrate, do it outside. Now I'm going to bed. Got to work again later.
You don't want to talk about it? Well, I'll tell them how you kicked your old granny out in the street to rot.
Yeah, well, that was a rotten trick you pulled, Lizzie.
Why? Afraid of what your workmates might think?
No, it's not that. It's just that... Well, yeah, all right, I felt stupid. Here, come on, sit down.
Oh! Get this off of me!
It's all right, it's just a beanbag. It's meant to do that. Just
Yeah?
relax. Hang on.
Oh!
There.
Funny things, aren't they? Bean bags. Looks as though you need a woman's hand around here.
Yeah, well, it's usually made. I just slept late this morning, that's all.
Laid one on, did you?
Yeah, I had a few.
Yeah. Usually when a young man lays one on, it means he's feeling guilty about something.
Well, I'm not feeling guilty about anything.
Well, must have been something else. Made a mistake, eh?
Look, what's happened between me and Doreen, you know, it's none of your business.
Yeah, what would you know?
Well, I know Doreen. I never promised her anything.
If you knew her that well, you'd know that she's breaking her heart. She's blaming herself because you dumped her.
Look, I told her I didn't want to get serious.
That's what falling for each other's all about.
Look, I can't afford to get tied down, and that's fine.
Well, there was a time when a man was in love with a young girl. He didn't care if she had tuppence in the bank.
Money's got nothing to do with it.
Well, we don't need your help anyway. Well, now, I'm getting me compensation, and Dora's getting her mother's house, so we can do without you. And bloody thing. No, I don't need your help, and neither does Dora. Good riddance.
Lizzie! Lizzie!
God, shut up in there, will ya? There's nobody here. Get lost.
I take it all the women in here are ex-prisoners.
That's right. And if you've never been inside, shove off.
I just want you to realise what you're doing. Coming between a mother and a son.
He's old enough to know his own mind. He's not a baby.
So long as you understand. I've told Kevin, if he goes ahead and marries you, I'll never allow either of you into my house again. I'm sure you don't want that on your conscience.
She's not the one who's doing it. You are. Tell her, Dor. God, you're bloody useless. First decent bloke you've ever met, and you let an old cow like that come between you. Well, if you're not going to tell her, I will. Hey, I want to talk to you. Come back here. Come back.
Oh, Kevin, save me! What are you doing here? She's trying to kill me. This mad old woman's after me.
G'day, Kev. Come to see Dora, have you?
Lizzie, what are you up to?
You know this creature?
Yeah, she's a friend of Doreen.
Oh, well, you see what I mean. If that's the sort of friend she has.
She's got better friends than you have, I'll bet you, old bag.
Hey, Lizzie! Now, look, what's going on here?
She came to the house and frightened Dora. She said she was going to kick you out if you married her. I reckon you better go in there and talk to her, Kev.
What about me?
I'll fix you.
No, you won't need that. All right, come inside, Mum. We've got to talk this over. We've got to get it sorted out once and for all right?
I'm not going back in there.
All right. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Kevin?
Well, looks as though he's made his own decision, don't it? I don't suppose you'd have any trouble getting a bus going that way. Be loads of people going into town to work. Hardly any coming this way. You know, I had kids of my own once, but that was many years ago. During the war, they took them all away from me. Said I wasn't a fit mother. I don't suppose I was, really. Funny, but the eldest will be nearly 50 now. Probably got kids of her own. Maybe she's a grandmother. I could be a great-grandmother. I've never seen any of them. I got no one. Most of me friends are inside, except Dor. I'm gonna die a lonely old woman. You know what? If I had me time to come over again, I'd never let them take them. No matter what they done or what I'd done. And I'll tell you something else. I'm going to be rich. The government are going to give me a fortune. It's worth nothing when you're on your own. Oh, I better be getting inside or I'll be head up for indecent exposure. Not that anyone would look at us at our age, eh? See ya.
Oh, he's a lovely bloke, Lizzie. We're going to be real happy living together.
Yeah, as long as his old mother keeps away.
Oh, you can handle her. We'll keep a saucepan handy just in case.
Yeah, we'll get an eye on one this time. Boing! Let's get a couple of bottles and take them with us.
What about Rhonda?
Oh, bugger what she thinks.
Yeah. Oh, but I haven't got any money left.
No worries, we don't need money. You just hang on a couple of seconds and then follow me.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, thank you. Just looking hot, isn't it?
Yes. I suppose it is.
Oh!
Are you going to be okay?
Of course I am, you silly bugger. Get the whiskey.
Here, take a deep breath. Easy now.
You got any brandy?
Here, let me take this.
Get your paws off me. I mean, I'll get me second wind in a minute, and I'll be out of here in a tick.
Don't move, I'll get help.
Oh, God. Doreen never did nothing. It's me ought to be taken in. I made her do it. Oh, Lizzie.
I knew it. The minute you two walked in, they've robbed me. The oldest trick in the book, and I fell for it.
That proves it was my idea. She's too young to know.
Come on, both of you. Let's sort this out down at the station, okay? I'll take those. And we'll need your statement.
My pleasure.
You rotten mongrel. Too mean to give an old lady a drop of brandy. I'm just a good-for-nothing, stupid old cow, and I ought to be locked up in a hole in the ground. She was doing all right till I came along. Do you reckon they'll lock me up?
After serving so much time for something you didn't do? No, they'll probably just fine you, that's all.
Well, what do you reckon they'll do to Dor?
Well, she broke parole.
Yeah. I'll never be able to live with myself if they put her away for something that I did. I've buggered up her life. And all because I can't lay off the grog for more than 2 minutes. Well, that does it. I'm not going to touch another drop. Never, ever. Never. Good day.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you about Dor.
About what?
That poor little kid that you just had put back inside.
Poor little...
And if you don't
wait
tell
a
the
minute.
cops that you made a mistake...
Get out of my shop.
You want to know something? I just got out after serving 20 years for murder. And I met a lot of toughies in there. Most of them are out now. So if you don't do like I say...
If you're not out of here within 2 seconds, I'm calling the police. This time, they might put you back where you belong.
Yeah, they might. But I better make sure...
Hey, what are you doing? Stop it! You're out of your mind!
Yeah!
Hello, police?
Bloody rotten
Look,
nut.
get over here.
Only brings you trouble. Of all the rotten, lousy luck. How they expect anyone to learn a lesson when they let people off the hook?
Come on, Mrs. Birdsworth. You should be grateful.
Snivelling little coward. All he was worried about is getting paid for his lousy plonk. are, madam. Nice, isn't it? Genuine mink. Bet you wish you had one like this.
I do, madam.
What? A counter jobber like you? I'll bet yours is only rabbit. Yeah. Always fancied myself one of these. Can't make up my mind, though. Let me think about it for a minute or two.
Certainly, madam. That lady over there's paid. I'll be back in a minute.
And that fur coat. I suppose you pinched that too.
As a matter of fact, I did. From right under their bloody noses. Do you like it?
I have had it, Lizzie.
And so have I. Searching through my things when I'm not here. It's not right.
You've got no bloody shame, have you? You don't give a damn about this halfway house or me or anyone else. All you're worried about is nicking things.
That's right.
Well, that's it. The cops are calling in. All I said was I wanted to discuss a problem, but as far as I'm concerned, they can have you.
Do you mean you shopped a mate to the law?
That's right.
That's the lowest thing I ever heard.
You asked for it, Lizzie.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you mean the cops are coming here? Rhonda, you're terrific. That means I'm going back to Wentworth.